Okay, this is going to be a tutorial on how to complete lesson 2 of week 5. First you start out, you open the logo scramble PSD file, which is the one I have here. The instructions state that basically what you're going to do here is you're going to change this raster image into a vector image. Looking at here, first we're going to make 3 separate elements. It'll be the climber, and then those 3 custom letters. So the climber is the first element. The custom letters, the capital letters for each word there, are going to be the second element, and then the third element will just be the remaining text there, and that'll be a text file that we convert into a word path. Alright, so first it says use the pen tool to trace the outline of the climber and fill in the shape and place it next to the words. Alright, so this is automatically going to make the climber a vector graphic. So we go here to pen tool. Then we use the freeform. I use the freeform pen tool because it just seems easier. You don't worry about getting it perfect the first time, because after you can adjust it. So I'm going to select this freeform pen tool here, and then I will go down here to the bottom left and then just make it a little bit bigger. And make sure that when you use the freeform pen tool that you have the entire thing that you're going to trace in the picture, because as soon as you let go of the mouse, it could cause problems. So I'll start here on the top of the head. Actually, I'll start here at the neck, so I'll end there. And I'm just going to hold down the mouse and then just follow the outline of the climber. And like I said, don't worry if it's not perfect, because afterwards you can adjust it. So just do the best that you can. Pay particular to where like the angles change, because you want to get points there that you can adjust afterwards. Alright, and just follow along. I'm not very good at tracing, but like I said, we can adjust that afterwards. And go down. Make sure you get the nose in there. Go around the head, and then you'll see a circle. When that circle comes up, it means it's connected, and then just let go. And then there you have your pen points. As you can see, the lines aren't very straight, so I go down here to direct selection tool, and then just click on one of the dots. And then now you can adjust these lines. So let's start here. I'm just going to adjust the line. Just needs to be out a little bit more, and then just kind of curve it how you need it to be. Okay, so here I missed a point there, so you go back up here. You're going to go to the pen tool and then click go to where you need the thing, where you need the actual mark, and then when you see a plus sign, click it once, and then it'll put a mark there, and then you can go back to your direct selection and then adjust it to where you need it. So I need it in there, and then I'll grab this line here to get the arc, and this one too, to arc it a little bit. That's for his back of his knee. And just move that up a little bit right there. And then you can just play with the lines and the dots to get it more precise. And if it goes away like that, you just got to go back to direct selection and then click on one of the lines. I'm trying to add something here. Right. This probably needs to be in a little bit. and I'm just basically just trial and error kind of thing. Like this, I can tell you right now how the way this is probably going to be a little bit difficult. So first I'm going to try to pull that out, and then there you go. See, and then you can after a while you'll get the hang of it. This probably needs a dot here because his arm curves back up, so I'll just put one right in the middle here, right there. Go down, grab that. Alright, and I tried to get the nose, but I guess it didn't work right. All right. Okay. There we go. And then just take a look, and then once you're satisfied with how it looks, next what you're going to do is go into the instructions. All right. Now we got to recreate the text. So I'll go back to 100. We're going to recreate the text, not these capital, not these the first letter in each word is their logo, so they're custom, so that you're not going to use a font for that. So the original font that they have on this one is Century Gothic, but I don't have that one, so I need to use Comic Sans, which it says in the instruction. I know this is not going to be the same font, so the logo is going to look a little bit different, but we can work with it. So what I do here is I want to have it in one thing, so I'll start here that lines up with that bottom C. And I'm going to type, it's all caps, so green. You're just going to type everything except for the first letter in each word. Scramble. And then use this and to select the text and try to get on the same level. And then go back here to the text tool, type tool, and then just use the space bar to get them as close as you can. And I think that's good enough. And then you're gonna next, according to the instructions, you need to make this a word path. A work path. You gotta make this a work path. So you right click on the text layer and create work path. Once the work path is created, you can go ahead and delete that layer. You don't need it anymore. So I'll delete that. And then now I want to zoom in because the letters are not lined up correctly. So I'll move the zoom in to 300%. And I'm going to choose my path selection. Kind of move it there, okay. But you want to do each letter at a time. So first you got to do direct selection, select one of them, and then go back to path selection, and then you'll be able to move just that letter itself around, and then go around to each one and line it up as the best that you can. And the I and the T are not anywhere near, so I'll probably just delete these I and the T and I'll just recreate those. I'll move the Y in here, and then move the letters. The reason I did the I, remove the I and the T is because I can't fit them all there, so I gotta just make it the other size. This one is a little more spread out so they can fit, and I just move them to where I need them. Right. And then to create the I and the T, I'll just use a pen tool because they're all straight lines, and then just put a dot on each corner. And then at the last one, when you get the circle, click there, and then it'll connect it. And make another one here. And circle. Alright. So that'll be that for the text. And then the last thing that we need to do is these custom letters here. You're going to go back and do the same thing like you did with the climber with the freeform pen tool. And again, you got to keep it all in the same screen, so I'll go down to 200 and I'll go here and I'll just trace it out same way I did the climber. And after we trace it, we're going to do the same thing with the direct selection tool and then make adjustments to the lines and the different points. So go down to the direct selection tool and then click on one of these dots, and then once it goes like that where it's hollowed out, that means you can start adjusting it. And just move them to follow the lines in the background there. It's always nice when you don't need to adjust it too much. Yeah, sometimes I just gotta. Sometimes it gets difficult because it's not lining up how you want it to. And next is, I think we can, yep. So after you have all your stuff traced out, the only thing you need to do, and this will be the final step, is just to add a solid background, and it'll fill it in with the colors that you need. Alright, I'll put that color. And then it looks like I lost my path for my climber, so I'm going to have to do that again. Not exactly sure what that was, but just got to trace him out again. No big deal. Follow the lines. I think the reason why I lost the climber was because when I did the text, I think it overwrite his path that he was on, so it just took it out. I think, not sure, but so I remember when I put the text on there, I saw his lines come up, and I was like, why is his lines coming out? Alright, so then you just go and you gotta adjust it, and you see it's already filled in because I already did that. I already put that solid color fill down here, layer in. And so you can just make, oops, go back. You just gotta fill in the use a pen tool. I'm going to add another one here. Oops. Add a point here so I can make the foot look better because it doesn't look right. There we go. And then I'm turning this view on and off so I can see what the difference is compared to the original. Since it's already filled, that's the way I have to do it to see it, because I went too big. So this needs to go like that. And his back is way bigger. Fix the head and the nose. And you can zoom in on this too if you're having a hard time seeing. Another thing with the pen tool too is you can delete some of these points on there if it's not coming out right. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why the I'm thinking about this. Just redo this whole area here because it's not. It ain't coming out right. And then I'll just add new ones where so I need one. Need about. Let's just fix this portion first. All right, and then we'll add another point to make that nose. Okay. Alrighty. I'm gonna make some more changes to the head. Yeah, it is kind of hard making these. These lines in here with the pen tool. Okay, I think that'll be it. Okay, and then for the final, and then you can delete this raster image here since you already copied everything, and there you go. There's the vector image of the logo for Scramble. The logo Scramble, this is the vector image of that file, and you can save it as anything that you like, whatever type of file. If you want to save it as a vector image, you're going to use let's see here, we're going to use this EPS. You use the EPS if you want to save it as a vector. And that concludes this Week 5, Lesson 2.